Welcome to a new episode of Positive Content. I've been excited to do this one, to be honest. I will not be reading any more of that Atelier book. A lot of that stuff is just kind of worksheet kind of stuff, and I think we're just ready to move on to other stuff as well. And I think it might just be more fun to jump into the content, you know what I mean? So let's get into the art challenge that you guys have submitted for. Um, I'm not going to submit a challenge right now. If I do a new art challenge for you guys, I'll post it on the Discord, Twitter, wherever. But I'm really nothing to announce for this particular video. So we'll just go over the one that uh, I assigned last time. So I assigned 5 to 10 faces, all different, all unique, all that kind of stuff. And I only got 2 submissions by the Discord user Stupid and the other Discord user YSR. They both have submitted stuff before and they have submitted new stuff now. So let's go over their submissions. So this is Stupid's submissions. Uh, so as far as perspectives go, they're kind of the same. I've seen, overall, like I was kind of expecting a little bit more like variety in the angles, but it's fine. I'm not gonna be a stickler on that. There's enough variety just in the designs themselves that kind of that make it work. So I'll give stupid that, at least there's variety in styles. So let's just go over a batch of them. So this group here, they're pretty good. They're pretty solid. I like out of these, I kind of like um this one. This one looks kind of cool. It has kind of this nice style to it. It has kind of like a good elongation to it. It's very distinct. Uh, I will say with Stupid's artwork that I've seen, it reminds me a lot of. Oh shit! I forgot to put on music. Excuse that. But I like Stupid's style a little bit. It kind of reminds me of Flash cartoons that you see on Newgrounds, that kind of stuff. It really reminds me a lot of that. Some of these. Um, but this is the stuff that can be a little bit worked out. I think the issue Stupid I see a lot with Stupid's work is the lines are very thick and they're not. Uh, I think it's that, and I just think that there needs to be more grids. Like there's enough. There's still a good amount of effort put into these. I wouldn't say that there's no effort, but I would say like try to draw more studies. Try to um, draw the face a little bit more. Like if you look at this one, let's make a new layer. I literally made sure this was synced before the recording, and now it's not. It's synced. Oh, this is clown world. I have to unplug it. This might disrupt the capture. Hopefully it doesn't. Does it work now? There we go. Now it works. Let's hope OBS is gonna capture it. There we go, perfect. So let's go back to my red ink. Okay, I did make a layer. So let's take a look at this particular portrait. When you have a side angle, you're not going to see this. You're not going to see that. You're just not going to see this part of the mustache. Oh my god, come on. You're not going to see that. So it's also important to draw the skull. I've said this multiple times when you draw a face. Always draw the skull of it. So let's draw the skull. So some of the sizes do match up, so that's fine. Honestly, I think this one is good. It's just that the perspective, like the volume of the face isn't right. So you're gonna have this little dimple here. We're gonna have his nose come out like that. But I also have trouble drawing from the side as well. But that's something that you have to you can work on. This kind of makes me think of like this is like a Johnny Test if he was like a criminal. Like he's gonna do some criminal shit. Like his sisters pushed him too far, man. I do like this little thing that he put right down there, like that line right there. I really do like that. That kind of shows like some definition or some like where the body's gonna go. Like maybe he's moving shoulders like this way. Like maybe he's kind of like doing this. So I do like that. I do ultimately like that. Oh, wrong layer. Well, let's see how this looks. So yeah, that's not bad. That's there was some work to be done, but I think with that particular uh drawing, I like this one as well. This one is also pretty solid and straightforward. Like I do like the the design of the character. I like the mustache. I like the beard. But if you do a side perspective, you're not gonna see what's away from the camera. Uh, that then it looks like that he just kind of got ran over by a steamroller. He looks a little flat. I think you need to work on some implied depth. It is hard to do implied depth. I mean, I have issues with that too, but the best way to break that down is find a reference of that angle, draw the shapes that you see in the figure. You're gonna know eventually. The more you draw, the more it's gonna speak out to you. Especially with like feel a face. You're gonna feel like, oh, there is a dent here. If I do this way, I'm gonna feel like this. Oh, there's like a little bump here. Then it goes up the nose, and it goes back down. And you're just gonna feel the ridges and what comes out in space, and what goes and what recedes. That all that stuff is important to understand. But the hardest perspective is a face that's looking dead to the camera. So, this one really does look like it nails that. You get that implied depth with this. I do like this one a lot. This one I like. This one I like. That one I like. But I think the best one is this one. This makes me think that maybe you're using MS Paint, maybe you're using a mouse to draw these, and that might be holding you back, or something. I don't know what you're using to draw these, but this does show that like you have better line work. I do like this one a lot. This one gets the star, 100%. Thumbs up, baby. But I do like this one. This one's really good. This one I think is your best one in the group. This one I like because I like that you went for a pose, a perspective that's challenging. It's very challenging to get like a downward angle kind of shot. That is hard. So I do like that you went for it. So let's see if we can improve it. So let's draw the guidelines a little bit. So the downward angle is going to go down like this. The horizontal lines will remain horizontal, pretty much. Vertical can be pointed down. Let's lower the opacity for this. So yeah, it is hard to get the angle right, but as I said, there's a shape you can break down with the cheek. So let's show that. Let's show that little shape. We're just gonna delete that, make a new layer. This shape right here. That shape has saved me a lot because you see, like, look at the face, like you see, like there's a little like shape you can break out of the face. Let's see, I do have a portrait of me here. Take a look at this stupid, terrible portrait. But see, like right here, there's a little shape in the on the cheek. You got that. So like, see like how I'm breaking down the shape. Now I have said like tracing is bad. Don't trace, but uh it's fine to trace if you're trying to find out shapes in the face that help you understand the figure. You know, not just draw like, okay, I'm gonna draw the face and I'm gonna draw draw the mouth like this. Break it down to shapes and just kind of see, you know, if you're having trouble, always take a picture of your own face maybe and try to break it down that way so you can see where the face is in space. So that is stuff that can help you. I also like this head as well. This one looks like a character from like Courage the Cowardly Dog or something. So I do like that one. And this one gives me Shenmue vibes. I think of Shenmue, I think of Ryo with this. Like it's like Ryo and Kazuma Kiryu mixed together, and you get that. Pretty cool. This one's good too. The shape needs to have more consistency because this is round, this is sharp. But again, like this guy has that Flash style to it. But work on that. Try to break down the shapes. Draw grids. Draw midline, like boom, this, and then go from there. Try to find something to break it down to. These aren't bad drawings. I think, stupid, honestly, you have improved a lot from the first submission you did, and I think if you keep working on it, you can get better. It's gonna take. It takes a lot of time and effort, but that's par for the course. But I think it's interesting, and I think that just shows a lot of promise. The hand drawn face. So I do like that one. So now we move on to. Let's move this up there. Actually, let's delete that and just make a new layer. This is why I started submission. I do like some of these drawings. Let's go through some of them. This one I kind of like. I like the kind of the skull face that's in here. I'm on the right layer. Okay, good. I don't want to draw on this piece. So like you have this nice little skull here. I think with YSR style, it's a lot of condensed forms. I've noticed, which isn't bad. I think it works for a style. So it's interesting. I think it shows good understanding of some of it, but I think it needs more coherent lines. A lot of these lines feel like that there's some still left over from the draft, which is fine. I mean, these are all sketches, obviously, and some sketches might have more lines than others. Well, did not mean to do that. So I do get that. But I think there could be some cleaning up, because here I don't know, like, is that it? Is there a jaw? Like, is it supposed to be like this? You know, that kind of stuff. There could be some clarity with this, with your line art, dude. I mean, it's not that it makes it hard to understand the form. I do see the form, obviously, but I think it would look better if some of the lines were toned down. I think what would be interesting is you use the thick lines for parts that where it's dark in the shading. You know, I think that would be kind of cool. Like here, it's done in a nice way where it kind of goes with the braid and it kind of shows like volume to the hair. So that I do like the hair. I like the hair of this one a lot. The hair is pretty cool. The eyes could be a little bit more clear. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's kind of nice. You know, this would be erased otherwise. The color could be cleaned up a little bit as well, but it's not bad. I think a lot of your work is quick and has a lot of motion in it and a lot of energy in it, which is kind of cool. This one I like. This one I'll be honest, I love this one the most. I love the fangs. I love the little mandibles. It's so cool. This one is the cool one. This one's pretty cool. I like this one. It has all these eyes. This one's pretty rad. I like this one. This one gets the check mark. 100% baby. Thumbs up. I like that one. This one's cool. This one looks like a enemy in a video game. I do like this one. It has a cool like sharp skull shape like right here. I like that. I like this little guideline here. It's like you know, one of the things that I've learned from Ethan Becker is that, you know, you gotta draw a mask when you draw the face. This one has like a cool little mask kind of effect. So this one kind of helps you understand the placement of where the head is in 3 dimensions, and it gives you good guidelines. And that's something you could also learn. Stupid, you know, you always draw lines like of where things are in a 3-dimensional space. You know, always look into that. I like this one too. This one has a cool little style to it. I like this one. This is pretty rad. That's pretty cool. This one, it's not my favorite one, but like it has character. I'll say that it has character, but I'm not too crazy about this one. Like, that's its ear. Yes, the little jaw. This one can kind of go. That. Yeah, that one I like a little bit better, but it's not nothing. I'm not too crazy about that one. This one I drew it, dude. I drew it on the viewer canvas. I don't know if you could kind of see it, but it's there. There she is. I do like that she has like these fake eyes here. Then she has like the real eye up there. It's pretty cool. That one always fucks me up. I like this one's complex like clothing, but this shows a little bit more. Like these two show what I mean by clarity. because like here I don't know what is the mask. Is this like where does this strap onto? It's something I've learned with my profile picture on Patreon, Twitch. That avatar I use, one of the things I had trouble with was understanding what is holding the mask together. What is holding the mask onto her face? And I was like, okay, you know what, I'm going to design this strap that goes around her top of her head so you see her ears and all that and doesn't like fuck up the back of her hair. So I was like, okay, it's going to go just over her head. Like, it's not super unclear, but there's just some stuff that kind of feels as cluttering with it. Same thing with this. I do like this part. This part's kind of cool. I like that. But as I said, like, you know, there could be some clarity with your line work, you know. But you know, this feels like this is like not the first sketch, but like in the beginning stages area, and a little bit after that. It's still good. These are all good sketches. I think both you and Stupid have done such good jobs with their work. You're both at two different levels, which is nice to see. I like seeing such a variety of people in that art Discord. I see so many different kinds of sketches, doodles, and that's always fun to look at. Because honestly, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, your art sucks, man. When I feel like that my art can be better. You know, I think that I have my own shortcomings, but I like seeing the variety of people's skill levels. I think that is something that is a little more like encouraging to people when people share their stuff and it's like, oh yeah, you know, this person draws this. Let's see if I can do something better. It's always something crazy, so I do like that. So I am going to draw my own drawings. Little quick sketches. You know, I've watched some Ava today, and I'm in an Ava mood. Let's, draw... Hold on. Let me just put the show's name, Evangelion Asuka, there we go. We're drawing some Asuka, dude. I don't care which one, I'm drawing whatever I see, man. Oh, I like this one. This one's a cool one. This is like... Oh, but I want like the show drawing, not the fig. I don't want a fig, man. Oh man. What is this GIF? Oh, I like that GIF. Oh, I want to save that. I might save that GIF for later, but I want. There we go. This is the face. This is the face we're drawing. Let's see. Looking at the image, I'm trying to understand like what angle. It's kind of like she's looking up, so. So I was rewatching 2.2 earlier, and I was thinking like, you know, I've done a video on the Rebuild movie, so I'm not gonna go crazy into them because I've done a spoiler podcast on it, all that. I'm not gonna go crazy in it. on it, but the beginning of that movie feels so like the first half feels like it's such a different movie, and it feels a little like too condensed. Like it tries to cram so much. Like, okay, let's have some action, let's have slice of life kind of stuff, let's have this and this and this, and it just like there's not enough for it to breathe, and it really gives off the impression that 2.2 is this kind of the arc to bridge 1 and 3. A little bit like it kind of leads into 3, and it's like solid. It's a solid movie. Like I'm less harsh on it now than I was when I watched it like the second time, and I think it's still a good movie. Uh, I mean, it still has its flaws, but I think what signed it to me is that I kind of like appreciated the first half way better. I like the stuff with Asuka. I like some of the directions it went, uh, but it just kind of it almost goes nowhere in the grand scheme of the movies. Like they kind of introduced like the doll that Asuka uses in the movie, and that almost kind of doesn't lead to anything. Uh, yet it kind of whatever, but it's still not a bad movie. It's better than my first viewing, that's for sure. But I still think 3 is my favorite movie. I just loved it a lot because it's the one movie that is just like it does its own thing and it's so unapologetic for it. And I love that. And I feel like, with the movies, it's kind of a good way for people to kind of get reacquainted with it, with the show. And even those who didn't like the show, I think would like the movies. But I think 3 introduces more interesting concepts, and it, like 2 had a cool theme with growing up. Like, Gendo tells Shinji at one point in the movie, like, part of, I don't know if she said part of growing up, but he said, like, you can't achieve your dreams or something without sacrifice, something like that. And it kind of has this attitude of like, you're gonna have dreams in your life, and you're gonna want to get them, but it's gonna come at a price, and you're gonna just have to deal with the sacrifices. Because at that point in the movie, something really fucked up happens, and it kind of just says like, "Hey, these are just things you're gonna have to deal with in life." And I think with Ava, they really turned that to 11, where it's like you're just gonna see fucked up shit, just symbolizing stuff in life. So I do like that theme, and then though, and in the beginning, it kind of mentions Shinji. Sometimes you're just gonna have to do stuff that you want to do. You keep, obeying people's orders. At some point, you're just gonna have to do what you want to do for yourself for once, and that gets reincorporated, in the movie later on. That is just like this is not the time to do it, and it's like so, and it fucks everything up, and I like that. I like that this movie kind of tells Shinji to do something, and then Shinji does the thing, and the show punishes him for doing the thing it says he should be doing. I like that because that is a concept in life where it's like you go in life thinking this is what people want, and then when you do the thing that you think people want, it's not. That's not the right time, and I like that. It's very like this ambiguous theme that's just kind of fun to look at. No, I think I put this too high up. Let's move it down a little bit. And I like the animation of the rebuild movies as well. I think that's also really good, obviously. But But I love the facial expressions that they drew in Rebuild. I think those are really expressive faces. The show does a good job too with that for its time, but I think with the original, it's more of like an aesthetic of the '90s and all that, like of classic anime. It's like Tenchi in that way, where it's like you really like the style, but it's getting held back by old animation, that kind of stuff. And the rebuilds are like updated, and it's really nice and gorgeous looking. I was talking to my friend about Ava, and he's like, "Yeah, it's a shame that it's such an old show." And it's like, yeah, but I like that. It kind of gives it character. Like, see the computers drawn the way they are, the tech, the mechs, all that shit is just so cool to see. So I kind of fundamentally disagree with him on that. It's like going to watching an old movie that's in black and white. It's like, yeah, I know it would be cool if it's in color, but it's still solid in black and white, and it adds character to it. Now, I know that Ava also gets kind of this flack for being like pretentious and all that. I kind of don't think Ava's that deep. I think it's like MGS2 where it's like it has these like huge concepts and themes and all this stuff going on, but there is enough for you to pick up on that. It's not super like confusing. There's enough to get to digest out of it. And there's stuff that's not spelled out. Sure, I mean it's smart in its own way, but I think the one show that is really smart, that it's like you really have to kind of keep watching to understand, is honestly Serial Experiment Lane. That show really, really fucks you up where you start to question, did I really understand what I watched? Did I really get it? And that's how I felt when I first watched it. I was like, do I understand what I watched? Do I think I do? Did I? And you really think about that movie, that show. I really like it. For what is it, the animation is really good. So let's lower the opacity a little bit. My neck is killing me. Probably because I'm like looking down a lot. It's a shame that the show got delayed because of the coronavirus. I kind of wish, because well, we don't know how far it was in production, to be honest, but I feel like they should just put it out digitally. Forego the theater experiences and say, hey, we'll just put it up on digital, and then you can watch it then. And then if you want to watch it in theaters, do it afterwards. Because I think even if you'll watch the movie, they're gonna see it in theaters again. Like, I'd watch it in theaters again. Like, if I see it the first time, like at home, and it's like, hey, it's in your theater, I'd go. I'd go next year if it was. It's a cool experience. trying to like look at her hair because her hair is like drawn a little differently here. Let's see, let's take a look at that. That's better. I just kind of wish the nose looked more like a nose. Eh, that's fine. Let's fix this a little bit. I think it'd be better if it was. Wait, okay, so let's do freeform. That's better. That's a little bit better at least. But I think in the show, I think I liked Ritsuko's character a little bit more. Her arc was really interesting. So, alright guys, I think that'll be it for today's positive content. A little bit on the shorter side, but that's fine. That's fine. There's always next time, the next positive content. I really thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this positive content. And I'll see you guys in the next stream or video, be wherever I see you next. Guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully I'll see you again. But till then, have a nice week, everyone. See you when I see you.